Hey, you're not going to believe what we're going to talk about today, how men and women have turned into fake action heroes.
You were made for more than the status quo. I'm Pastor Steve Gray, and this is the More Faith, More Life podcast. This podcast is for Christians with an ambitious heart who want to be more for their family, do more with their career, and see more of God's promises in their life. I've spent many years as a worship artist, minister, nonprofit leader, bold truth speaker, and most importantly, father and spouse. When I was in my early 40s, I was craving more from God and more from life. I'd done everything I was supposed to do. My life was good, but it wasn't good enough. So I spent the following years diving into the Word of God and searching for the biblical principles that would bring me closer to God and help my purpose and life flourish. That's what I want to share with you. In every episode, you'll get practical tools based on real-life experiences that you can put into action to redefine your faith and ultimately your life. So, if you're ready to do more, subscribe to More Faith, More Life, and hear an unfiltered biblical truth every week. It's time to be and experience more.
Hey everybody, so glad we could be together today to talk about more faith and more life. And I'm a firm believer that the more faith you can walk by, the more life you're going to get. And not only that, the happier you're going to be. Because faith brings an element into your life, right? It is, the Bible talks about faith is the evidence of things hoped for. It's tangible, and you don't think tangible, but it is. And so I want to help you get that as we talk about breaking the bondage of how we are, so we can get more faith and more life. And today I want to talk to you about what do you do when you already know you want to make changes, but what action? How do you get action out of yourself? Now, most people are not people of action. I know. We like to watch those movies, right? And us guys particularly, we watch a movie, an action thriller, and I want to see an action thriller. And the guy, he can jump over walls and drive fast cars, and he's got all the girls, and he fights and he's a person of action. And what happens is, in our culture now, believe this now, get this, is we can watch so many movies that the movie, because we watch it, have you ever noticed? When you watch a movie and you got the hero, yay, the great action hero guy figure, and then you got the evil bad guy, which are you? I have never met anybody that watches a movie and says, man, I just really am like that wicked guy, that bad guy. I'm the bad guy. No, you associate with the good guy. Oh, they've got all the talent, all the girls, all the money, all the brains, all the strength. And so that's you. Now listen, you can do, and women, you can do it too, but I'm just talking through the guy thing now, I guess, how it works, but it works the same for you. You can watch so many movies and watch so many things on your phone, and see that action hero and watch another action hero and another action hero, and maybe even switch, and your wife wants to watch a little girl movie. Those chick flicks, that's what I'm trying to say. And they want to watch the chick flicks and all that romance, and the guy in it, because I'm talking to guys, and the guy in it is so romantic, and he's so thoughtful, and she's over here, and you watching that. Well, you watch all these movies, and you are supplying yourself things you need to be without being it. In other words, you watch enough action thrillers, the body and the mind, the soul, the mind, the will, the emotions, you start taking that in because you're living it. You're not just watching a movie. You are living, being that guy, right? And then you watch another one. I am that guy. Now you go in real life, and you're stuck, and you can't make yourself do action. You're not really. You deceive yourself into thinking, I'm a person of action. No, you're not. You're not doing anything. So how do you supply the action in your life that God wanted you to be? Because the Bible is full of telling you to do stuff. Be a doer. Go do stuff. Here's what I need you to do, right? And they come, Paul in the Bible got touched by the power of God, and he asked, what do you want me to do? It was a doing thing. Well, today, men are stuck not doing anything. In fact, if you want to be a counselor, marriage counselor, and you prepare for it, I can already tell you what it's going to be like. You're going to meet marriages almost most of the time that struggles come, that the wife is married to a do-nothing husband. He has no action. He takes no initiative. And you don't like, I wanted to marry a man of action. You seem to be that way when I met you. But then, so how do men not become men of action? One way is not just getting older. One way is today in today's society, we watch so many action movies that our supply and our sufficiency and our mental and emotional state says we're a man of action. We're supplying that, what's lacking, so that our insides are saying, I'm a man of action, but it's fake. You're not really. It's just a movie. It's fake. It's like the actors can't walk away from a movie and still think they're a superhero, right? They're just acting. And so by acting, it puts a false sense that I'm a person of action, because I'm feeling that action by actually walking through the movie. I'm living it. I'm feeling it. I'm with it. My emotions are with it, right? And so you're telling yourself, I'm a person of action. So you're filling the action need, man's need, I'm talking to men. The man's need for action is being fulfilled by a fake adventure that doesn't exist. It's not really you, but it's feeding that. So then you turn it off, you finish, and you have fulfilled the need for action by a fake movie. Get it? Well, the same thing, romance, I suppose it's for the women too. So they watch that and there's, I don't know, I can't talk for women right now. I got to talk for guys, okay? And so, the romantic guy, and then you watch another romance. She wants to watch another romantic movie. And you just, okay, I don't care, I'll watch them. But even if it's not for you, you're still becoming the hero, the star of the show. You're the star of the show. Right? You're never the bad guy. You're never the secondary. You're never the person that's just a walk-on character. Oh, that's me. No, you're the hero. You're the main character. So if it's a real romantic, strong romantic, does everything right, you feed that. Well, I'm a romantic guy because I just lived romance. You lived it. So you're fulfilling inside of you the need to show romance and to show caring and to be an action. You see what I'm saying? You're fulfilling it falsely by feeding it, because you don't watch it just to sit back. Your body, your mind, your will, your emotions, all those things are involved, and it's telling yourself, I just did that. Yeah, I'm a man of action. Yeah, I'm a romantic or whatever. I just did that. I just spent an hour and 2 hours being a romantic. I spent a couple hours in an action movie, and being a person of action. So now it's fulfilled in you, but it's not fulfilled in anybody else. So then you're married and your wife is going like, all he does is watch TV. All he does is watch movies. Now you know why. He's fulfilling something. But he's losing something, because to really feel, for a man to feel self-esteem and self-worth, a man needs to be doing something. And once you lose that, then you lose your identity, you lose your strength, and then the wife says, I have married a do-nothing husband. And it's almost, I don't know if it's 90% of the time. Sometimes we have infidelity, or he got a girlfriend, she got a boyfriend, things like that. But most of the time, it's a disappointed wife that's now causing troubles and friction, and you don't know why, because she's disappointed. Because she thought she was going to marry a helper, and and instead she works all day, she does everything at home, she has to take care of the kids, she pays the bills, she counts the money to make sure we have enough, she goes grocery shopping, and this guy does nothing. Number one reason why. And so, why does a woman go get a boyfriend? I mean, is he any better than you? No. And you go like, I don't see how this happened. I do. It happens because you are not the action figure in true life. So she needed something. She needed the romance. She needed the action in real life. So she started out like she's a kid again, like she's a teenager again, like a young adult again, and found some romance. Not saying it's right, but saying it happens. And it can be avoided if you become that person. Now, the same thing happens with the wife, obviously, because the wife then, sometimes because the husband, most of the time, the husband, usually, not always, guys, don't get upset with me. Women, you'll love it. But most of the time, it's a trigger from the man first, becoming the do-nothing husband. And, and the husband is an absent. Today we hear about the absent, dull dads, do-nothing dads, and the absent dads. A lot of kids don't have a dad. Well, a lot of kids who have a dad don't have a dad. A lot of wives who have a husband don't have a husband because they've lost it. And it's being faked through the films and TV and all that stuff. Okay. Well, so because that, it triggers the wife then to start being irritated, insecure, feeling like everything's on her shoulders, and she either wants out of the marriage to start over, figures, why am I serving this guy? I can do all this without him. I'm doing everything anyway. I can do it. I don't need him, right? Or I'm going to get a boyfriend, or I'm going to get divorced and get another husband. And so it all can be triggered by people, men, that become do nothing. So now there's something wrong. You're not blinded. You know something's wrong. You know it. If I ask you and I say, what's wrong with your marriage? And you say, I don't know, then you're not telling the truth. You do know. You're a smart person. So now you know, but you're so stuck. You're not a person of action. So this is the revelation. How do you fix a marriage? In most cases, the place to start is turn the man into a man of action again. Anything we can think of him to do. You start paying the bills. Say, hey, I'll do it. In fact, let me tell you a story. So I don't know how long I've been married. Maybe 3, 4, 5 years. I can't remember. 4 years, 5 years. And, I didn't think anything of it. But every time bill time came and you paid the bills, I noticed my wife, Kathy, got changed. She seemed anxious. She seemed a little edgy, and I couldn't figure out why. I didn't put two and two together at the time. Then I figured it out. She was edgy like that because she was insecure that we weren't going to have enough money. We did. We always made it, but sometimes it was really tight. But she felt the pressure of it. Well, I wasn't paying the bills, so I might not even known how tight it was, right? I might not even at the time known how much money we had, right? Well, most marriages, that's the way it is. And so I needed to solve that. And I thought, I can solve this. So I decided, you know what? I'm going to be a man of action. And it was quite an adjustment. So I came to Kathy and I said, look, Kathy, you see this box? And we had a bill box. It's just a shoe box with put all the bills in it, right? And then you pay them, right? And so I said to her, I said, listen, every time you seem to get that box down and paying it, you tend to be anxious. You seem to be edgy. You're not happy. You change and all that. And I said, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this box and I want you to let me have it. I'm going to take it away from you. And from this moment on, you will never have to pay a bill again. I'm going to do it. Now, if you've been a do-nothing husband, that's going to even be more anxiety at first, like, what if he doesn't do it? He never does anything else, but you just do it. And I told her, I got this. And when the bill comes in the mail, don't even open it. I don't want you to look at it. You just have to put it in that box and know it is taken care of. I'll take care of everything. Now, as our ministry got worldwide, okay, I didn't always do it. We had to have people help us with finances and, do some bookkeeping and stuff. But for probably 20 years, I took care of every single bill She never had to open it. I had to tell on her a little bit when we first started doing it. And I'd say, the bill comes, put it in that box. Don't even open it, right? Don't even open it. Oh, I'd go to that box and I'd see it'd been opened. Ooh, she just couldn't handle it at first, right? But after a while, once she realized, you no longer have to worry about this, and the most wonderful words came out of my mouth. And from that moment on, I was a changed man. I said, I'll take care of it. I'll take care of it. And I saw so much happen in her, and she didn't have that anxiety, and I knew how much money, and I would tell her, everything's paid for, this is how much we have left over. And now if we go shopping, okay, take the kids shopping, okay, this is what we got left over. And now it's prosperity because everything's paid. Now what are we going to do with what's left over? And we put some in savings, and we give to our church. We always have. We just like doing that. And I feel like it pleases God and helps us, and God helps us financially when we get involved with Him. Just a little note on that. But I'll take care of it. So for all those years, she never had to pay a bill, never wrote a check, never sent it in. I knew everything. She didn't have to worry about it. Well, it set me into motion where I thought, if it works on that level, what other level will it work? So I started knowing about the kids' homework. Most dads don't know. Some moms don't know, busy moms. But they come home from school, and when I'd come home and we'd meet together, I'd say, do you have homework? And usually it's always the wife, the mom, that does it. Do you have homework? And I'd say, okay, what's your homework? They say, I got a history test tomorrow. I said, oh man, I love history. Let's sit down and look at it together. So we would look at it. Now I have to get in the higher math stuff. I struggled, so I had to get a helper. But other than that, I was able to handle most stuff. And so I just got involved. I said, Kathy, I'll take care of it. I'll make sure they do the homework. I'll make sure they're ready for their test. And it began to spill over into I became an I'll take care of it husband. You know what? It changed me because I was not faking it by a movie or something I watched online or whatever, even video games, right? Oh, there I am. I'm a hero, right? I'm shooting everybody. Look at this. That's fake. But you tell yourself you're strong and you're a hero. But in real life, you do nothing. So I started saying, what would happen if I become a person of action? So I began, and my whole church, I was pastor of the church, my whole church began to see me as a person of action. This is a guy who gets things done. He runs with life, and we're going to have to run too to keep up with him because I told him, I'm going to love harder, stronger. I'm going to go harder. I'm going to believe more. I'm going to dream more. I'm going to do more. If you want to hang out with me, get ready to run because I am a man of action. And it spilled over into our marriage, into our kids, sometimes I would, I'd do a little bit of risk taking, we're going to do this. And Kathy, I don't know if we can afford to do it. I think we can. And in most of them, all the time, been good decisions. It all worked out, So, now, can this spill over into the wife? Yes. But most women aren't women of action like we'd like them to be. We'd like in different areas of our lives, right? Romance, bedroom, all that kind of stuff. But they are people of action because they're doing dishes and making sure the kids are ready for school, cooking breakfast, cleaning, vacuuming, whatever, they're doing it. So they are people of action. So that fills them. But they're not supposed to be. No. It's the husband needs to be a man of action, and he grows up in himself and he feels secure, self-esteem, and all of a sudden, one other thing, his kids and his wife begin to what? Respect him. Respect him. And I think respect for a man is more valuable than being liked. Being liked is good, but respect is powerful. So now by faith, guys and gals, if your husband's not even watching, make sure they listen to this. Make them listen to it. Ask them to listen to it. Turn off the TV and listen to this one. This is a secret to success in most marriages and relationships, is getting everybody active again the way they should be. wife's active, but the husband is now a man of action. And I love those words, don't you? I'll take care of it. So, do that by faith. You can do it by faith. And when you do it by faith, what's it going to do? You're going to put more life into yourself, more life into your marriage, more life into your family, just more life, right? So here's what you do. You take this to heart, believe it, and then go and get it right.